God bless you, having a fun Sunday afternoon with the fam. But I had to do this emergency breaking video. Of course, Jesus Christ is King, is Lord. The elites are running a massive psyop right now. Prepare yourself. Look, guys, I don't always tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear to protect yourself from what these scumbag, Epstein-riddled elites are doing to you. And I warned precisely weeks ago that you should be taking profits in silver and gold. And look, I'm a huge gold and silver owner. I own massive bags, so just understand that. But I did tell you to take 25% profits in silver at approximately 80 bucks and also 100. And now you're seeing a massive bloodbath led by Peter Schiff, who just hates Bitcoin so much, he's gonna lead all of his followers to slaughter. And I just hate seeing somebody with that kind of stubbornness crucifying you all, ruining people's lives and preventing you from making 1000x gains. Because keep in mind, I've been recommending Bitcoin and crypto since the beginning under 1,000, and I'm rich for a reason because, again, I see what other people don't see. So let me explain what's coming. D-Day is coming for the silver market. Gold is much more better positioned for a buying opportunity if you want to get into precious metals, and I still encourage saving in gold and silver. Buy gold here. Do not buy silver. It is an absolute bloodbath. The sea suckers at Goldman Sucks My Balls and Black Cuck Rock, demons like Larry Fink, are now dumping on the American people, and you are exit liquidity for Peter Schiff's bags. And I'm telling you the truth, and that's exactly what has happened. What you need to be doing is rotating into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies with a vengeance. You need to be getting your money out of the banks now. You need to be smarter than the elites. You need to protect capital, but deploy into the asymmetric return. So breaking news, CNBC reports that the bubble has popped in both gold and silver. Silver is extending its historic plunge of a 40% loss just in the last 2 days. I did say earlier this morning, expect a little bit of a dead cat bounce and then expect much lower. Again, I know it's not what people want to hear, but I'm here to protect you and make you rich. Your financial advisor is an a-hole, and he never recommended Bitcoin. Only I did. Warren Buffett told you it was rat poison squared, and now he's exited with a golden bailout parachute, as he typically does. And I'm telling you straight up, silver is going to get slaughtered this week. So you know D-Day, right? When the troops were rolling out of the boats that shipped over to Normandy and they just got fired at, there's going to be massive casualties because the deep state cabal elites and Peter Schiff is leading, honestly, his followers to an absolute Napoleonic massacre. It's going to be the worst event that you've ever seen in silver. And this is coming from a guy who, again, teaches, loves, owns, and only sold 50% of his bag. Keep in mind, I got 50% riding right now, but I'm smart. I've been rotating into Bitcoin and crypto, which is what the elites are resetting, and they're also going to pump. Understand, and I told you that gold and silver specifically, was front-running the attack on Iran. Once there's a resolution with that, all bets are off. In silver, this will be the time to buy. So I'm telling you when the time to buy silver is. The time to buy silver will be at like 50, 60 bucks. That's when you want to start adding. Okay, so if all you own is silver, start adding at 50, 60. But the run to like 120 or near there, I told you to sell that top. Now, keep in mind that the US government, through the Great Reset, Trump is secretly overthrowing the central bank and the Federal Reserve right now. He's overthrowing the old standard. He's overthrowing Wall Street. Donald Trump, our great president, is resetting the whole central banking system. So understand there's going to be more bank runs, as I've predicted. There was a bank run in Metropolitan Bank at Chicago this week. And I was the first to report it on the FDIC failed bank list on, what was it, Saturday, I think it was, on the 30th. Massive failure. FDIC had to step in. That is just the tip of the iceberg. And here's the reason why. Now that Trump is releasing the full Epstein documents and all the sour and disgusting and horrible release, it's exposing all of these criminals and all of these deep state elites to what they've done. He's done that for a reason. He's pushing that off right now. And they're also running their campaign in Iran. So understand, as the regime change moves into full fruition, and as Donald Trump soon declares declarative action and emergency bylaws, okay, this will be passed by Congress soon, but it'll be declared in an executive action by our great president, whom I love, Donald John Trump. They will be resetting us into a U.S. stable coin equivalent. Now, here I am. I'm not going to play it to you. Just follow me on X, guys. Like, you're so amazing. And I reemphasize, I don't always tell you what you want to hear. It's much easier for me to come on camera and just parrot what everyone's saying, but you tune into me because I'm the guy that tells you the things that no one else knows. Again, when I told you to buy Bitcoin, no one wanted Bitcoin. When I told you that social media would be the biggest thing in the world, no one wanted social media. And I know it sounds crazy at times, but I'm always right. Why? Because God is. Look, I built, along with my dad, through God and his dominion, the Island Project, and we now control $100 million in no bank debt assets for a reason. Because we've been prepping with all my Christian members and all my God first, faith first individuals for the storm. So the storm is here. It's happening now. Understand that. We have no bank debt. No bank debt, guys, because the banks are collapsing in the United States of America. You need a plan B, you need a plan C, and you need to get into deck 2. I'm launching this week. Talk to my dad about this at 808-442-2934. The reality is, as this reset commences and the US dollar collapses and the petrodollar is extinguished, as Donald Trump resets us into a US stable coin equivalent, there's going to be a lot of brutality on the markets, and there's also going to be a lot of volatility. So, to recap, silver's down 40% since my warning to sell. Gold, although better positioned and more of a buying opportunity, also is confirmed to blow off top. These are just the facts. I mean, if you look at a silver chart, it's literally a parabola, just like I said, now in the shitter. It's literally in the shitter. And I'm using that language for a reason, because it's literally straight down. Why? Goldman Sachs, Black Cuck Rock, Larry Stink, and the rest of these whores, they're there to wreck you. They hate you so much and I love you so much, I just want you rich. Here's what I'm doing. I've made massive acquisitions today of Litecoin, Bitcoin, RSR. I even bought more Trump coin because I'm going to if you don't know, I've been invited to the White House lawn in June with my father. So we'll be attending the massive UFC fight into the golden age. Again, Trump is resetting us into the golden age. Even Melania, the film, emphasizes the golden age, emphasizes what Eric and his kids are doing and where they're all leading us. So this is massive news. I wanted to make sure I did a video. I'm enjoying my time today, spending time with kids. I got in a light workout today. Today's kind of a rest day, so I only did like 5 miles. Today just felt like light walk. Didn't really do any resistance training today. But it's very important to me that I bring this message. Let me reveal a couple lies. Jeffrey Epstein was not funded by the KGB. No, he was funded by Israel and Mossad. We all know this. Don Bongino's a liar. As much as I like Don, he's lying. That's why I quit. Marjorie Taylor Greene and these individuals, which I like, okay, that have done some really good things, they're on the wrong side of history. They just don't understand how the reset is commencing. Again, what's my primary role for all of you? Make you rich, protect you, make sure you're out of the banks before bank runs and capital controls, like Ray Dalio, my really good friend, has also ordered you. Get out of the banks and expect for a great order reset into the new system. China just made a major announcement today proving my point. They are attaining global reserve currency status as they dump our U.S. treasuries. The debt will not be paid back in the United States. It's going to be reset, papered over with hyperinflation. So again, gold and silver are indicators, as I said, for what is already playing out in the great rotation as they reset Fort Knox gold reserves and silver reserves, pumping their bags, which Trump is behind this. There was a full audit at the U.S. Federal Reserve, if you don't know. I'm aware of the numbers. Nobody else is. That's just the truth. They're resetting and now buying net neutral Bitcoin and crypto. So here's the gangbusters revelation. And you'll hear it here first, and I'll replay this video in about a month when we hit these levels. Bitcoin is going to reach an astonishing 200 to 400K imminently. Imminently. 200 to 400K. Do you understand what I'm saying? They are going to pump these assets to levels that we have never seen, and it's all rotating into the stablecoin reserve, into the strategic Bitcoin crypto reserve, and my favorites like XRP, Ethereum. I mean, by the way, I see a lot of hate right now. I'm actually a buyer of Bitminer. My kids, I just bought in their portfolios Bitminer and Ethereum. I just bought and went all in Bitcoin. Do you understand? So again, I'm telling you, the asymmetric bet and the return of a lifetime, the gold Rolex, the Yachtmaster 2 here, is going up only. And it's going to be in what I recommended, not what Peter Schiff did. Peter Schiff, he's a good guy, but he's angry. He's angry that he costed himself and his followers trillions of dollars in market cap in Bitcoin. And that's not easy to settle for a lot of people. I get it. Why people don't like Bitcoin, because again, it reminds people that they're stupid, right? I mean, Bitcoin reminds people like Peter Schiff that they're flat out idiots. That if they just would have bought $1 worth, they'd be up millions of percent. So I understand I look at it from their angle, from the loser's angle, right? I look at it from the people that have been losing everything, and I see their perspective. Like, they don't want Bitcoin to go up. But see, it doesn't matter what they say. This week we'll have massive congressional action, massive bipartisan support. I told you that the U.S. government shutdown would be brief and it would be limited. And Donald Trump will probably, here's what's incredible. Donald Trump's so good at his art of the negotiation deal making. I mean, this is The Apprentice. And I'm not even joking. He's so good and tactful with what he does. He might even bring a midnight peace deal with Ukraine. A deal on writing and on paper with his signature and the alleged Iranian regime that they're not going to nuclear proliferate. And that could save us a lot of unwanted damage. That's not a guarantee. The guarantee is regime change and Trump doing something aggressive with the United States military, but that doesn't even matter. So understand wholeheartedly from someone who's legitimately an expert in this field, who knows geopolitics better than anyone in the world, knows Bitcoin and gold and silver better than anyone in the world. I'm telling you, rotate now. Bitcoin, crypto, all my top picks, dollar cost average. Don't be emotional and take my advice. This week is going to be massive. Deck 2 will be launched this week. It is going to be incredible. We are positioning for a multi-billion-dollar tokenization event, which is going to be insane, into the real-world asset transfer, into ISO, into XRP, into all these assets. I recommended XRP, guys, when it was pennies on the dollar. You do realize a lot of that old footage I'm putting out, like on X, that's when XRP was at like cents. You do understand that. People said I was crazy, then I make people rich. What I'm giving you today is gold. It is the golden age. Listen to exactly what I'm saying. RSVP with my dad, 808-442-2934. If you're buying any precious metals, wait till silver hits 50, 60 bucks. Gold? Yeah, you could start dipping your toe, buying a little bit more. But the real asymmetric 1000x bet, where you're going to actually have outsized returns, where you can go from 0 to 1, where you can actually like see gains that no one else in the world will ever see, is in Bitcoin. It's in crypto. Let me see if there's anything else in the news. Before I cut out, I've got a dinner, a little family event, some member event later tonight. So I got to run here pretty quick. But I mean, just take a look at this for a minute. Like, let's even look at gold and silver here for a minute. I'm just pulling up the charts. But I'm telling you, bloodbath. It's going to be a freaking bloodbath. Your exit liquidity for Peter Schiff, your exit liquidity for Goldman Sachs. All these people are on the Epstein list. I don't know about Schiff, but like all these people are on the Epstein list. They're all on the list, guys. The only thing you should be concerned about, that deep yearning in your loins, okay, is for freedom. It's for liberty. It's for prosperity. It's for 1776 and 2026. Never bet against me. Never bet against your general, and never bet against my father, and never bet against my recommendations and what I've been doing for 20 years. I do want to do a quick shout out because you guys are so amazing. We just hit 420K over on Facebook. We're about to crush 150K on Twitter. Rumble is exploding higher. That's all thanks to you because you like and you share. And by the way, on X, I put out a lot of cool videos that I can't say here, too hot for the tube. You get it all there. Have a beautiful night. Understand what I'm telling you is the truth. I have all of the videos that I've produced to prove it. And again, the goal isn't to be popular. It's to make you rich. Now, it's going to be very popular in a month from now when Bitcoin's trading at 200 to 400K. And I'll be reminding you that I did this video. So, what do? Exit the banks. Bank runs are coming. Metropolitan Capital in Chicago just went down. There's going to be capital controls, executive action. Trump's going to declare a reset. Emergency orders, Bretton Woods 3.0, Fort Knox gold and silver, which I predicted a year ago my green Lamborghini would be repriced to buy what? Net neutral purchases of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, XRP, Litecoin, the list goes on and on. RSR. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day and share this video and take it to heart. God bless. Jesus Christ is King. He's coming back soon. Thank you so much.